Welcome, welcome all to another May reading log. So I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 3 each, so 6 down there. So 15. That's a lot for me, especially in a week. The first one I want to talk about is Dai Dark. Everybody has been looking forward to this manga's release. It's the same author as, Dorohedoro, obviously. This is sick. This is awesome. The main character names himself, I think it's like Meatball Spaghetti or something like that. It's awesome. It's the best. Please read it. A lot of violence, a lot of gore. He finds death himself. This guy is death. He finds him as his best friend. It's a woman. Why not? It's great. So definitely read this manga. It's great. If you like Dorohedoro, you like this. If you don't like Dorohedoro, I've never read it, try this out. And then if you like it, read Dorohedoro. Up next, Bullfurry. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. This was actually pretty good. I did not expect to go on liking it. I actually liked it quite a bit. Pretty much this character figures out how to cheese a game. She's a total novice to video games, and she just wants to build defense because if you get hurt in the game, she thinks you'll get hurt in real life. I don't think that they've ever confirmed that or anything, but she doesn't get hurt either way because she has max defense stat and throws everything else to nothing. And so she ends up cheesing the game because of it. It's pretty much a mixture of slime and sword art, if you ask me. So definitely worth a read. I wouldn't dismiss it like I did for a couple of years. I would definitely check it out. It's a lot better than the cover would suggest. Well, maybe the manga's been not around for a couple of years, but I totally disregard the anime because of it. And I guess there's a light novel. Apparently the light novel of it's super good, which I didn't know until recently. Moriarty the Patriot. This manga reading log may as well be called Main Manga Boy Was Wrong. I thought this manga was going to stink, didn't read it, only got it because people said it was so good. I read it, it was so good. It's pretty much like Code Geass. The main character is essentially Lelouch, except he turns into Kira some way down the road because his ideals get mixed in with his personal interests, and apparently, he ends up going the wrong way. The first page shows him saying, Sherlock is the devil, there's no way he's wrong. You can tell he's like so obsessed with himself and full of himself. But in the actual manga, he's very thoughtful to other people. He's only doing the things he does for, the betterment of the peasants or the lower class or the middle class even, just to get back at the upper class who are a bunch of a-holes. Definitely worth reading. Do not dismiss this like I did for since it ever came out. I deeply regret not reading this sooner. Eden Zero, always a good time. My hunch was correct. It seems like the number afterwards is actually worlds, so that's really cool. They actually get to fight Drac and Joe a little bit more, and this is element 4 now that they know what's going on. So that was really cool. I liked the 2 torturers having to fight each other. One was a sadist, one is a torturer. Very good, very good. Sadist dominatrix, actually. Drac and Joe versus, Shiki, of course, round 2. Epic fight, as always. Definitely awesome. I like this a lot more than Fairy Tail. So if you guys were someone interested in Fairy Tail but hated all the fan service and the fact that he wins because of the power of friendship, check this out. They do not always win. Worth reading. Better than Fairy Tail, in my opinion. Drifting Dragons. It is sure a manga. I think it was this one a little bit. She has to take care of this baby dragon. She gets abandoned off of her ship because she falls off of it. That was cool. This is where the anime kind of cuts off. There is an anime. It's CG only, though. She then gets picked up back by her own crew. She puts the dragon back in its own, herd. That was cool. We then go and find these rich people. These rich people really like Gaga because Gaga can draw dragons really well. Which is kind of cool because they can draw dragons really good in this manga. But again, I don't have any direction in the plot for this manga. It's pretty words look pretty, and pretty drawings look good. But nothing ends up, mattering in my opinion. We get a nice kind of backstory of Mika. Cool But again, what is going on? Why does anyone care about what's going on? What is the overall goal of these guys? I have no idea what the goal is. Mika just wants to eat food. Like that's the plot, you know. And it's like that's not very convincing. I'm not involved in that so much. This is the end of the Mika flashback. This is the end of the Mika arc. This is the last volume I own right now. I might get more. I don't know. It wasn't really. I wouldn't get this manga if you guys were on the fence. It really looks good. It looks so good, but it's not. It's just not that good, okay? This, on the other hand, is pretty good. Time Killers, a short story collection by Kazue Kato. So this has just a bunch of different short stories on these nice glossy paper. There are some colored stories as well. Let's see if I can just find them real quick. There we go. They did a good job printing these colors out, if you ask me. USA Boys in here. He's hilarious. There's just, you know, some cool stuff in here. But yeah, this is just a bunch of interesting short stories about one-shots that this main author made. You know, as she was trying to get it into Shonen Jump. I liked them actually quite a bit more than I would have thought. I was kind of dreading this because one-shots aren't usually my thing. But this was actually a decent read. Is there anything that's going to be like a Kira Toriyama level of intrigue or Osamu Tezuka? No, but this is still a really good read. Some stories are hit and miss, obviously, as it is with every compilation kind of short story one-shot thing. Pokemon, Volume 5, The Adventures. So this ends the Gold and Silver Crystal arc. Really cool Celebi fight. Definitely worth reading for sure. The Johto Gym Leader battle versus Kanto Gym Leader battle comes to an end. It ends also with this nice little text that's reminiscent of the games. I thought that was really cool. They also introduced that there's a battler, there's a healer, there's a breeder, there's, you know, all these different kind of roles. And so I thought that was really neat. Then we start into this Ruby Sapphire arc, like right in the middle of this volume, which I thought was kind of lame. I wish they started it in the next arc, but they don't. Ruby and Sapphire starts here in 5 and then continues on in 6. Again, this is an interesting one because Ruby doesn't want to be the best Pokemon trainer or anything like that. In Hoenn, he wants to become the best contest winner, if you can believe it. So he's trying to get beautiful Pokemon, cool Pokemon, not whatever Marshtomp is. But he ends up with Marshtomp and he's not happy about it. So I thought that was pretty funny. You know, he's a Mudkip, obviously, to start with. And every time they show Mudkip, he's, like, always got snot dripping out of his nose, except for when I try to show you guys. But it's pretty funny. And, you know, he has a competition going on with Ruby, and Ruby wants the to be the best, you know, Pokemon trainer or battler in the region. So that, of course, is a cool contrast. So they have 80 days to get, you know, Sapphire to get all of the gym badges, she's Sapphire, and Ruby to get all of the contest medals or ribbons, whatever you want to call them. This goes actually really far. It goes all the way up to the awakening of Kyogre. You can see Ruby here with all of his ribbons on him. He's trying to show off. Anyways, definitely worth reading through. Very different than the game, so if you guys ever wanted like more of a story than the games give, it's in here. Half the gym leaders are on Team Aqua side, the other half are on Team Magma side. However, Ruby's dad is on neither side, and he thinks both organizations are evil. Wow, can you believe that, guys? 1 out of 9 of the gym leaders, because the 8th gym leader, I believe it's the 8th one, is ran by twins. Might be the 6th or the 7th. Anyways, you know, good read. The next one, number 7, I believe, is going to get me all caught up to date on this. And so then I won't have that to read anymore. So that'll be nice. I'm going to be reading next Smoking Parade for sure. School Judgment, and then also Zodiac Tensei War. You know, I don't have them on my hand right now because I didn't think too far ahead of my life. However, that's what I'm going to be reading. Definitely stay tuned for that one, and I'll also read whatever interesting things come out, you know, from now and next week. I don't think anything will, though. I don't have any shipments coming, which is really weird because a lot of stuff actually came out this past week, and I'm like, Right Stuff, where are they? But Right Stuff said no. look at this wall. They said, you read that wall. You read it. And so I said, okay, right, Seth, that's a fair point. That's what I'll do. So until next time, guys, I'll see ya. Please look forward to, I'm going to do a 6-month kind of review of manga I've read. Look forward to that. You'll see more about it, hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, on Thursday. That's when I'll release it, or try to. If I can, it'll come out Friday/Saturday. But keep your eyes peeled for that. It'll be a fun little top 10 list. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Hope everyone has a good rest of the weekend. Bye.